the metal-faced villain got older, he realized his dependence on alcohol was his biggest weakness. By good fortune, he came across a gentleman who claimed to have the key to unlocking the lost art of sobriety. Taking him up on his offer, the villain joined him, but the concoction he created formed the two into one of the most dangerous villains that ever walked the earth.
Villain for hire. Price is right, I might pay. Whiter may be strike deal. Cash money, out bills. Wonder how my mind feels to see us on inside still. Worry dummy, one mistake I got billed. Cop kill, maybe we ain't not real. Villain or I got shell. One night inside jail and learn about mob skills. Teach every criminal, never be the joke at another man's burial and leave him there critical.
Behind a trail of destruction for years, we think we have finally found some solid evidence to lead us to understand the motives of such a dastardly villain. Some of it is understandable, but some of it is just outright crazy. Brace yourself. Its name is SOBERDOOM.
When things go wrong, it's all chance. Killer like a general using a war dance. Miseducated by betas with chalk pants, who all the same but just change labels like off-brands. That is like professors and fed us a false plan. We're headed so illegible, lectured in shorthand. My mother used to tell me they jealous of y'all stand, but I never listened cause she was sipping a course can. The best thing that happened to me was feeling depressed. It's being naive or kill you quicker than stress. We all wanna win and have kids call us the best, but I move around L's like Knights War in a chest. Headed for a check, I'm just calling for more insurance, like the kid who stole something, pretending he looking for it. If I can't influence what happened, it's not important. I'm a Grifter, go to court, I might Iverson, Michael Jordan. I write till a car get built way in advance, and fly like Horus without the glory it grants. A mind that see forward is more stronger than ants, stand taller than them all in the floor of the floor plan. You a sham like a roster with pork in a saucepan, about a water can, a corn and a fork in the wrong can. Damn, at least tip the man that deliver. Postmate and bang they door dashing at your liver. Villains live forever, heroes never find a villa. Dicey caution, life is more pricey than vanilla. I snap like a Polaroid, avoid a lot of pictures. Shred when it develop like a live tiger fishes. Or the novel problem writers find it insufficient. Or scientists enlist to find a problem scientific. Terrific, at least you can't say I never told ya. 50 ain't enough to run it over. Hunnid Folder.
Hunnid, 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 Hunnid.
Hunnid Folder.
Hunnid, 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 Hunnid.
50 ain't enough to run it over. Hunnid Folder.
Hunnid, 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 Hunnid.
Hunnid Folder.
Hunnid, 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 Hunnid.
50 ain't enough to run it over. Hunnid Folder.
SOBERDOOM was an ambitious villain with money-making as his top priority. One of the most dangerous crime bosses in the land wanted to work with the villain in order to secure a doomsday invention SOBERDOOM was working on. They didn't realize the power they possessed and what it can do in the wrong hands, but they will learn soon.
SOBERDOOM in the place to be.
Souse, the crime boss that SOBERDOOM was brokering a deal with, chose to go ahead with the deal and pay the commission that SOBERDOOM asked. This sealed the untimely fate of the villain.
The midnight all burn when the sword turn. Still I'll work you on your turn in the long term. No reward to work when she turn on the waterworks. I'm sure it works, but mornings is more the moment the short surge. When it's war, don't worry, I'm on forest terms. In its own twilight, fighting for what we all deserve. On call like Army War Reserves. On the border taking orders as a war emerge. SOBERDOOM until the judge say we all adjourn. Shorty told me only God could judge me, that was all we heard. Grew my hair and grew a garden with important herbs. Gotta take care of your body when you wanna serve.
Thank you for your commission. They looking for attention. Way too much tension. Truck with no suspension. Goldfish retention. The path gets blending. Pray for redemption and more villain inventions. Thank you for your commission. They looking for attention. Way too much tension. Truck with no suspension. Goldfish retention. The path gets blending. Pray for redemption and more villain inventions.
All money isn't good money, even for a dastardly villain like SOBERDOOM. Doom forgot about the reason why he wanted to take the concoction auction in the first place, which was to rid him of his dependence on alcohol. This doomsday device unleashed will undo all of it and bring him to his lowest of lows. Will our villain realize the plot that Souse has up his sleeve? Stay tuned to SOBERDOOM to find out. With SOBERDOOM's new influx of ill-gotten gains, he decided to take a day off from scheming and plots of world domination to relax under the sun and exercise.
To be honest, I dance simple moves, so I advance and enhance chances. Hands praying, evading mantis through rain like Peyton Manning, throwing leather on my shoulder like a feather. Hoodie sitting under fucking umbrella, probably good forever. You know my tendencies, New York City submit to me. The pink pictures vivid in memory, gifted as lyrically. I probably slip through chimneys and leave gifts or leave them seasick, stricken and jittery. Better get rid of me, I'm like a virus. My fingertips are Midas, though some say I'm more terrible than Ivan. I'm 3 feet high and rising without popping the Oxycontin. Now they following marks like I'm a communist. Ideology's obvious. I rap no cap, sober the max. I capsize and leave them dunking like they getting baptized. So analyze my forensics, graphology in this. My penmanship resort to seek repentance, murder attempted. I'm on some Dexter Morgan when I touch your organ. I'm born to get more when I'm recording, sure they even saw me. Poetry pouring through my pores poorly. Pardon my aura, shorty might just call a force on me. Sober God, the only con is being limited, imitated and visited from bouncing back primitive. As a prisoner to figure me out, you need a limiter. A high class mic, nice sights on every derringer. Pockets, I got them zipping up. Fake name, shorty, and give you up and shred everything. Not even mention us, you know I'm paranoid. You seen the way they did the Iroquois. It's either kill or be killed, we never had a choice.
Check.
Villain in effect right now.
Yo, mic check.
SOBERDOOM right now.
Yo, mic check.
Villain in effect right now.
Yo, mic check.
SOBERDOOM right now.
Yo, mic check.
Villain in effect right now.
Yo, mic check.
SOBERDOOM right now.
Yo, mic check.
Stann Smith right now.
Yo, mic check.
SOBERDOOM right now.
Yo, mic check.
While SOBERDOOM was under the sun exercising, working on his favorite dance move, Souse devised a plan to catch the villain off guard and have crooked police officers detain him to steal the money Souse paid him and the device SOBERDOOM was working on. Will our villain fall for this elaborate plot? Stay tuned to SOBERDOOM to find out. On the way to their undisclosed hideout, SOBERDOOM was intercepted by a fleet of local police cars. Get out of the car, SOBERDOOM. You're under arrest.
Eyes on the private island, thinking everybody too formula follow-minded. Where they'd rather see you pick cotton and die in bondage. As long as you don't get them upset and provide the content, you'll probably survive it. Pompous was beating the game. If you know you cheated, it's not the same. I went to arcades and just smashed buttons and sit and pray. Son, is it a face or you just figured your biggest lane? You a little bit late, so come back later, you in the way. They used to tell me that on Saturdays when I came early. Had to shave off the braids, son, I came off girly. That's when Bow Wow was popping off with So-So Death. And we would photocopy proxies in our Yu-Gi-Oh deck. They'd rather see us dead. They'd rather see policemen put their knees up on our necks. Fuck a protest, we turn the matrix on his head. Black lives matter, but black cars what they accept. Are we fighting backwards? The system tell us go to bed. Arm, leg, arm, fill up with lead. Anybody get harmed, harm me instead. I'm on the edge for my freedom, homie. And we down to die for it, you can see it, homie. Forever.
Half cocked 40, bunch of money on me. Niggas trying to plot the stonewall me. Go to war on me. Half cocked 40, bunch of money on me. Niggas trying to plot the stonewall me. Go to war on me. Half cocked 40, bunch of money on me. Niggas trying to plot the stonewall me. Go to war on me. Half cocked 40, bunch of money on me. The ongoing story. Half cocked 40, bunch of money on me. Niggas trying to plot the stonewall me. Go to war on me. Half cocked 40, bunch of money on me. Niggas trying to plot the stonewall me. Go to war on me. Half cocked 40, bunch of money on me. Niggas trying to plot the stonewall me. Go to war on me. Half cocked 40, bunch of money on me. The ongoing story.
Reality set in on the villain that he had to have been set up when he realized there was no escaping the endless amount of police cars chasing
Push the envelope along the large, pondering odds brought against me. Ryan hit the throttle 0 to 60, kinda hard to miss me. Dealing with trickery, crime riddled vicinities who try to strike gold, playing the little league. Snake sister belittle me despicably, tense, build up the fist and rinse it. Caught it hardened like it's cemented, no bed. I'm more aware that I could die here, tense over my eyewear. Whenever I'm checking it, hit the top stair, talk to live without fear and stick out like alfalfa hair. I swear I'm on it more than just a timeshare, old car and stock shares. My mind clear, I'm on some other shit. My ideas go overthrow the government, son. I need the keys like Jerry. Cream, I've been America, could turn to active acid to ancillary and French terry sweaters and leathers. Heavy as ever, break the hanger. Aviated beta, settle forever.
Price going higher when the times turn dire. Caught a bunch of his friends ready to conspire. Smelly man so high to the only lonely buyer. Told the young side, just call me when you're tired or sleepy. Doom in the mask, it's too creepy. Deeply, came in the game with no cheat sheet. For cheap seats, nosebleed, catch a nosebleed from the height. True doom with the mask is no fight. Price go higher when the times turn dire. Caught a bunch of his friends ready to conspire. Smelly man so high to the only lonely buyer. Told the young side, just call me when you're tired or sleepy. Doom in the mask, it's too creepy. Deeply, came in the game with no cheat sheet. For cheap seats, nosebleed, catch a nosebleed from the height. True doom with the mask is no fight.
Everything isn't always what it seems, and our hero Stann didn't realize that the villain he merged with wasn't exactly Doom. It was a Doom bot that Soused hijacked and reprogrammed to steal the lost art of sobriety from Stann. With access to his DNA mine, the Doom bot had everything needed in order to clone him to bring on the beginning of the end of the world as we know it. After hours of fighting and evading police, SOBERDOOM buried the money before he was detained and brought in for questioning about an anonymous tip on the Doomsday device he was developing.
Throat get itchy like my hands when I'm grifty. Your man Stann siffy, I carry the hand shifty. It might be a man down here, the ground slippery. Don't walk with your hand out here, you not Iggy. Cause even with a 9, it's hard to get a dollar. They don't brag about their KD head, they rather hide them. Catch him on Front Street lacking like, yeah, I got him. So you learn to blend in out here like an iguana. I might relocate out on Ghana and over yonder. Cause ever since the jet killed Mamba, I couldn't ponder how the fuck I'm gonna build a Wakanda among a monster. Cause Plymouth Rock landed on ghettos to kill our fathers. Most my heroes had to use pipes. Couldn't use the AC in the summer, money too tight. Told in life the people you encounter's only 2 types. Winners and the ones that's only living just to lose. Heck, shoo, nigga, excuse me. Let me clear my throat.
Let me clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Let me clear my throat, clear my throat and make money, keep it low. Still at any chance like a hands stay clean like they gyms made of soap. And when they stay on the side of the street paved with gold. What about the people that was tough here and sold? But all they wanna know is how much is the show. Train with no wheels, kept life like pasta, much faster. Coming up to the party right after. Let me clear my throat, 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 let me clear my throat.
After 3 years of being interrogated and not giving the police any information on the whereabouts of said device, the most infamous villain was sentenced to 100 years in the harshest prison in the world.